the title itself, it kind of speaks a little bit to, grace is the unmerited favor of God. And I'm kind of in one of those situations that at my age, I feel like in looking back, even in the midst of adversity and all the ups and downs that we all go through, that I have been graced greatly with God's favor, and I'm a bit amazed by that. Some parts in that period of the book, that chapter or something, and there also deal with some great failures in my life, where and it was really those moments of grand failure that were ultimately the moments at which I decided to give God a moment of my time. The Crystal Dittmeyer case was, in many ways, a watershed experience for my walk with God. I had never, even though I'd certainly experienced great stress in my life before, this was in the late 90s, and when I filed that murder case with us not having a body, and really took a chance on that, just feeling it was the right thing to do, but knowing, and the press were all over it. I'd never had anybody, stick microphones in my face and want me to know this or that. And Mr. Macy was looking at me and saying, looming over me, because, bigger fellow than I am, looking down at me and saying, can you win this case? And I just, and in my heart of hearts, I didn't know the answer to that question. And so that was when my prayer life started getting severely ratcheted up. And it's funny how we wait until we're especially in the deep stuff. But that was an experience in which I saw God respond to certain prayers in a miraculous fashion. I saw something happen that I talk about in the book that was so jaw-dropping to me that it literally moved me into a different place of realizing God is very involved in our workplace. He's not just the Sunday go-to-meeting God. He's not just in my bedroom at home or something like that. He permeates all that we have, and He is willing and available to show up in response to believing prayer. And so that was a remarkable experience.